Hi guys, Ben from Zoo Crew. I won't bore you with the fact that I've just had an awesome session at the gym. I know some of you gorillas out there like to know how I went. Well, I went awesome. Anyway, I want to put together this video for you, or for any new to industry, someone wanting to transition from one industry to underground. I'd like to provide some of my personal experience as I've done the same. So let's go from there. My transition from above ground to underground, it might provide some insight or some advice to those wanting to make that change. I started above ground in my mining career. It was a operator, dozer, loader, rear dump. It was a bit of a lonelier job. You didn't really work side by side with your crew. I found it was a bit too slow for me. I ended up in the autonomous dozer section, which was even slower. Sitting there in front of computer screens, driving 3 or 4 dozers for 12 hours. I struggled to keep my eyelids open. You also get 2 crib breaks, depending on where you are in the pit. You could be cribbing with anyone, so that sort of team morale or crew bonding really wasn't there. Underground, it is a lot more physical. You tend to work a lot harder, you sweat a lot more. You do get the 1 crib break, but it is with your crew, so the team morale, the team bonding is far better, I feel, if that's what you're into. The underground is a complete different kettle of fish. Like I mentioned, it is a lot more physical. The working conditions are shit, I'll be honest. However, for some reason it comes with its own sort of job satisfaction. So you feel like you can push through those shit conditions knowing you get to the end and you got some satisfaction with completing that. I started in bull gang when I went underground, so it was a bull gang crew. They would handle more of the advancing a lot of the resources forward down the panel for the production crew to operate, for the miners to keep cutting that coal. They do things like advancing the water, air, removing the raw water, setting up the pipe works, tranny moves, DCB moves. They do a lot of hoses and cable work, help out with belt moves. Did a lot of the work that was sort of required for the production crew to keep running, to keep cutting. I then moved to the production crew, so I did a bit of time with the bull gang, and then I moved to the production crew. And this is where you start to feel the full effects of the working conditions. It's hot, it's humid, it's wet up at the face. The water's coming from every angle. It's the drippers coming from bolts. It's the drilling water splashing all over you, sweat, the humidity. But if you can get past that, it is a good job. I do enjoy the work. But you need to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. I found my first few shifts, I was literally just emptying my boots out every couple of hours and just pouring water or sweat, whatever, just clean out of them. Some days you are just soaked to the core, so some days you may need to take a spare shirt down, like just so you drive out and you're not freezing cold. With the wind blowing through you with a wet shirt on can make you pretty chilly. The team obviously makes a lot of difference, so cribbing with them, being around guys that have a fair bit of advice, I would recommend taking on all the advice you can. You can use it, tweak it so it works to your favour, or discard it. But the more advice you can take on board, the better you're going to be, the quicker you're going to pick the roll up. I think get a sequence, get a routine that works for you. Obviously the role comes with you need to have a bit of pace behind you. So that the quicker you can pick the role up, the better. I feel once you get yourself in a routine, try and stick to it and then start to speed up. But until then, yeah, just slow it down a bit, get your job done and go from there. At the end of the day, I do prefer underground. I know I've skimmed over a fair bit of it, but as long as you can get past the working conditions, I feel it's a far better role than above ground. And don't forget to like, click subscribe, make a comment, ask us a question. We'll get back to you. Yeah, help us grow and we'll keep providing content. Thanks, guys.